A sleeping god awakens. Introducing H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu, written by Neil Gaiman. H.P. Lovecraft, a master of cosmic horror, gifted us a universe of unimaginable dread. His tales are not just stories, but windows into a realm where the very fabric of reality is fragile and easily torn. His stories whispered of ancient, powerful beings lurking in the cosmos. These entities, older than time itself, exist in the dark corners of the universe, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Creatures beyond human comprehension, their existence a threat to our sanity. The mere thought of them can send shivers down one's spine, making us question our place in the universe. Among these cosmic entities, Cthulhu reigns supreme. This monstrous being is not just a creature but a symbol of the unknown and the unknowable. A slumbering behemoth trapped beneath the waves in the sunken city of R'lyeh, Cthulhu awaits the stars' alignment for his awakening. His prison is a labyrinth of ancient stone filled with secrets and horrors beyond imagination. Cthulhu's mere presence in dreams can drive men mad. His influence seeps into the subconscious, turning dreams into nightmares and reality into a waking horror. His true form defies description, a monstrous amalgamation of tentacles, scales, and an unsettling humanoid outline. This grotesque figure is a testament to the chaotic and unpredictable nature of the cosmos. This cosmic horror embodies the insignificance of humanity in the face of the vast, uncaring universe. We are but tiny specks in an endless expanse, our existence fleeting and fragile. Lovecraft's creation tapped into a primal fear, the fear of the unknown and the unknowable. This fear is a fundamental part of the human experience, lurking in the shadows of our minds. Cthulhu's awakening, a recurring theme in Lovecraft's work, signifies the ultimate cosmic horror. It is a reminder that there are forces beyond our control, waiting to shatter our reality. It represents the end of our understanding of the universe and our place within it. When Cthulhu rises, the world as we know it will be forever changed. The established order crumbles as the very fabric of reality strains against the weight of his existence. The laws of physics and nature bend and break, leaving chaos in their wake. The world as we know it would cease to be. In its place, a new, terrifying reality would emerge, one where humanity's place is uncertain and our survival is not guaranteed. The Great Terror, immediate global effects of Cthulhu's rise. Imagine a world plunged into chaos. The seas churn violently, unleashing tsunamis that dwarf any in recorded history. Coastal cities vanish beneath monstrous waves, swallowed whole by the enraged ocean. Earthquakes of unimaginable magnitude rip across continents, reshaping the very land itself. As the planet groans under the weight of Cthulhu's awakening, the psychological toll begins. Across the globe, people are plagued by vivid nightmares, driven to madness by the mere thought of the cosmic horror. A pervasive sense of dread seeps into every corner of the world. Governments crumble, communication networks collapse. The thin veneer of civilization begins to peel away. Echoes of madness in history, parallels, and expert opinions. Throughout the ages, humanity has faced numerous instances of chaos and despair, often documented in ancient texts and manuscripts. History offers glimpses of the potential chaos that can ensue when society is pushed to its limits. These glimpses are not just stories, but warnings from the past. The Black Death, a pandemic that ravaged Europe in the 14th century, provides a chilling example of such chaos. It decimated populations, leaving cities in ruin and societies in turmoil. The fear, the desperation, the breakdown of social order, all mirror the potential consequences of Cthulhu's awakening. Imagine the terror and confusion, but on an even grander scale. Imagine the terror magnified 1,000-fold, amplified by the realization that our world is at the mercy of an incomprehensible cosmic entity. The very fabric of reality would be torn apart. Dr. Emily Carter, a professor of mythology and folklore at Miskatonic University, posits that these ancient stories hold more than just entertainment value. The archetype of the monstrous, unknowable god is a recurring theme across cultures and throughout history. These gods often symbolize the ultimate fear of the unknown. She adds, These myths often serve as a reflection of our deepest fears and anxieties about the unknown. They are a way for societies to process and understand their existential dread. In the face of Cthulhu, those fears would become an inescapable reality. The myths would no longer be just stories, but a living nightmare that humanity must confront. The shattering of reality, cultural and scientific upheaval. The very foundations of our understanding of the universe would crumble. Science, with its emphasis on reason and logic, would struggle to explain the inexplicable. Religion, too, would be challenged, its doctrines shaken by the emergence of a being that defies categorization. The arts would reflect the terror and despair gripping humanity. Music would become discordant, a cacophony of fear. Literature would descend into madness, mirroring the shattered psyche of mankind. Every creative endeavor would be tainted by the overwhelming presence of the cosmic horror. Crumbling foundations, societal collapse and human response. The very fabric of our civilization, once thought to be unbreakable, begins to unravel. The delicate balance of human society, already strained by countless conflicts and divisions, would shatter completely. The streets would be filled with chaos as people turn against each other in a desperate bid for survival. Governments would collapse, unable to maintain order or provide solace in the face of such overwhelming dread. The institutions we once relied upon would crumble, leaving a void of leadership and direction. The global economy would grind to a halt, supply chains disrupted, and the fragile web of interconnectedness torn apart. Factories would stand empty, and supermarket shelves would be barren as the flow of goods ceases. Humanity, stripped bare of its illusions of control and security, would be forced to confront its own mortality. Individuals would wander the empty streets, lost in contemplation of their uncertain future. Some would succumb to despair, driven to madness by the sheer horror of their situation. The weight of the collapse would be too much for many to bear, leading to a widespread sense of hopelessness. Others, however, would find strength in unexpected places. Communities would come together, finding resilience in their shared humanity and the bonds that connect them. Faith, once shaken, might find new footing in ancient prophecies or in the desperate hope of divine intervention. People would gather in places of worship, seeking solace and guidance in their darkest hours. A desperate gamble, survival strategies and uneasy alliances. In the face of such overwhelming cosmic horror, survival would become the paramount objective. Humanity, stripped of its technological and societal crutches, would be forced to rely on its most primal instincts, cunning, adaptability, and a desperate will to live. Some might seek refuge underground, attempting to escape the notice of Cthulhu and his otherworldly minions. Others might turn to ancient texts, searching for forgotten rituals or weapons capable of harming such a being. Still others might be driven to make deals with lesser evils, forging uneasy alliances with otherworldly forces in a desperate bid for survival. Cosmic horror unveiled, reshaping humanity's place in the universe. The emergence of Cthulhu would force humanity to confront its insignificance in the face of the vast, uncaring cosmos. Our carefully constructed worldviews, our beliefs, our very sense of self, all would be challenged and reshaped by this encounter with cosmic horror. The impact of Cthulhu's awakening wouldn't be limited to the physical destruction and psychological trauma. It would represent a fundamental shift in our understanding of the universe and our place within it. No longer the center of creation, humanity would be forced to acknowledge its place as a small, fragile species, clinging to a rock, hurtling through the vastness of space.